See, I come from a time where they didn't put rear view mirrors on the passenger sides of vehicles. And this is for those that still drink malt liquor. Put the poison in your body just to pass out quicker. When death calls, best believe it's gonna get all emotional, cause I ain't going to hell without my menthols. Damn cable TV got me trapped in. Girls acting dumb and cops beating black men. Overkill, trying to deal. Call the toll free and order me some diet pills. I got me looking at the sugar in the Kool-Aid that you made. You need to chase it down with some toothpaste. Still stuck to the simple things. Yep, the struggle in between a couple of Krispy Kremes. I have to ask if you could pass that half and half to get my coffee back on track. Big ups to all the carbonated hiccups, the energy drinks, and the suicide big gulps. Gonna find happiness in the fast food. Supersize a triple bypass heart attack to distract you with these colorful tattoos to cover up the fact that we feel like bad news. We love the things that hate us. Push snooze again, girl, I don't wanna wake up. America the beautiful, that's how she played us. Wasn't that cute? It must have been her makeup. Trying to grab everything that she gave us. She take it back in the math on that pay stub. Looking at the neighbors like, wait up, wait up. We love the things that hate us. Painkillers help find some feeling. Crack the bike in half just to break the time ceiling. Take it by yourself on the living room carpet. Do a little bump just to clean your apartment. I seen your wife, she's not the truth. I understand why you like to pay them prostitutes. Yes, strip clubs, gun shops, oh Jesus, right next to the liquor store for your convenience. Everybody say ho for the Cuervo. You can drive if you promise to be careful. And turn the radio up and light a doobie. And keep acting like life is like a movie. This is for the needles you share, because them after school TV specials is too square. Cook the coke for your own consumption on some JoJo dancing old school. What's your function? As American as herpes and hot dogs. Got lost between the mustard and the hot sauce. Unprotected sex with that one you just met. You ain't even got all your hep shots yet. It goes, we love the things that hate us. Push snooze again, girl, I don't wanna wake up. America the beautiful, that's how she played us. Wasn't that cute? It must have been her makeup. Trying to grab everything that she gave us. She take it back in the math on that pay stub. Looking at the neighbors like, wait up, wait up. We love the things that hate us. Really understood a man's jewelry. You sooner see me on some karaoke super freak with a peace sign sweater and some hammer pants. Windows up, smoking weed in the ambulance. Hopped out 1988 battle stance. Neighborhood started to dance and made it avalanche. Nobody got hurt, just lots of dirt. Did the Michael Jackson kick and took off my shirt. Broken wings coming out of my shoulder blades. Poker face hitting switches on my roller skates. Making soup out of couscous and Fruit Loops. Moonwalking down the block, rocking some moon boots. They don't know my name, I'm not that guy, but they point and smile because I'm that fly. Any day I get to stay away from bloodshed becomes another night I get to ride into the sunset. Traded in a horse for a bike, so wave if you happen to see me on the south side with a boombox strapped to my handlebars. Zoom home and take a bath in some caviar. Getting drunk in the woods, smoking a cigar. Sitting on the hood of your car, playing the guitar. Face painted up to look like a circus clown. Looking around like everything's perfect now. Match, strike, and light them candles. Hold on to it, grab tight a handful. You might be right, we might be assholes. Shit, we from the land of the ice cream castles. I never could fake respect. What's it gonna take to make all them dots connect? I must be old cause you look like a fool to me. I never really understood a man's jewelry. But you got to keep it for real. Forget about your jewels and then he asked me if he could bring her over to my house. And I'm like, what? Are you gonna fuck her in my den? Get it to get her. 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 Playboy ain't got his his own place. His mom and his sister are both his roommates. Where you gonna bring a lady friend? You gonna get her pregnant in your basement? You wanna explore her body, but mommy might come down to do the laundry. Can't put your girl on all fours when your sister's room is one floor above yours. You're not in school, you're not employed, full-time, full-grown mama's boy. You ain't making no choice when you ain't even worth your own weight in coins. She gon' laugh her ass off, and this time it ain't cause you took your pants off. No struggle, still like snapshot. Low hustle, waiting on jackpot. Do the grind like you knew the time. Nice shoes and a mind, and whoop, so fine. And y'all won't find no losers climbing up in her, up in her. You don't work, you don't need time. You don't work, you don't need time. Get it to get her. 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 A man is only as good as the woman. Now take a look at the ones that you know then. Think about who you wish was wifey and what you doing to make the fish bite. You better have a paycheck. It's like another kind of safe sex. The ethics connected to your favorite toy. Don't nobody wanna mate with a lazy boy. Motivation to keep it live. If you want a real clean beef or that hive. And even if you got cash, it doesn't mean you get a pass. It's trash, trash, trash. I don't know what they told you, what show they showed you. But things are tough all over. Debts, bill collectors, threats, whatever. Check, check, still better than never. Home is home even when it's built wrong. Now quit rapping and go get a real job. Ain't no girl deserving to be wife. Gonna wanna complete your worthless life. You don't work, you don't need time. You don't work, you don't need time. Get it to get her. Get it to get her.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sort of Chaos podcast. I read somewhere that if I don't say the F word for 2 minutes when it comes to lives, they don't tag me. You know what I mean? So I don't get demonetized instantly like I always do. So here's me not saying any F words for a while. When we make 2 minutes, we can start talking normally again. How are you, people? Oh shit, Aria's here. What's up, Aria? Baby Aria's here. Are you seeing this? Joanna says hello, Aria. For those of you who don't remember, Aria is my colleague. It was my colleague for a year or two, and she helped me a lot. She returned just in the brink of time from her master's in Italy. We're talking, what was the baby? When she come back, like February? Yeah. All right. And she came all back, like ready to live life. Now she's skinny and looking good, looking healthy. I'm happy for the chick. It was about goddamn time. But like always, this has to be like, when you finally get your shit together, the fucking world is ending. Classic. On Valentine's Day, actually, she says, oh, excuse us. Whatever. It's good that you came back. Obviously, you're cleaning your house and shit. You're good. That means you're up. Who fucking cleans their house when they're depressed? What, I want to get more depressed? No. I don't care about that. So if she cleans the house, then all is good. What is it, baby? Joanna says, come over. Teach us your ways. Your ways of cleaning by showing us while you clean our apartment. What's up, people? Dude, I've been trying to watch John Wick with my girl. Like, the whole three of them. Because I missed the train. Like, when I grew up, we had all other sorts of movies, which were at least equally stupid. One was pretty good. What was it? Did they kill his puppy that he had from his wife or some shit? Right? Yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, they burned his house in the second one. Wasn't it this movie? I don't know, people. It's all a blur because it's so fucking like it's fun. I get it, but it's so overrated. Like where it's impressive, it's on a technical level. Like and you can clearly see the success taken over as you go up in the movies because it got all popular. But it's so overrated. It's technically good. It's impressive of how the stuntmen, pull off their jobs. And if you guys don't see, I recommend a YouTube channel. It's called The Corridor Crew. Now, I'm sure a lot of you know about it, but for those of you who don't, just write the Corridor Crew on YouTube and follow them, subscribe, because they're VFX artists and pretty good damn good ones. I meant. And they also make they have mini series where they do original content and then they kind of show how they done it. They do all sorts of VFX challenges with themselves as a team, all sorts of funny movies and creative, a lot of them. But they also have these mini series called what is it called, baby? Stuntman React, and it's basically they invite famous. Well, stuntman can only get as famous as Bruce Lee, I guess, because he was doing his own stunts, right? Or Jackie Chan. But they react. There's like nowadays stuntmen who come in the show and they react to things they've been in, and also to all sorts of Bollywood movies and all this shit. And also they have another series called VFX Artists React, and that one I think they had an episode about John Wick, or was it in the Stuntman one? Doesn't matter. The point is, it's very technically it was impressive to see through what efforts they went through to pull off those stunts. A lot of them being practical stunts and not so much VFX as you'd think in a movie such as this. But definitely watch them to gain a new respect. But besides that, it's a piece of trash. Come on, people. What the fuck is this? I mean, I love Keanu as much as the next person. And from what I can tell, he seems like a complex, thoughtful human being. But that movie is dog shit, people. What are we doing here? Like, he gets shot. Like, we made it through the first movie, and that was pretty good. I think we saw that. No, definitely we saw that in one outing without having sex or anything. But but the second one, we keep chopping at it like it's, I don't know. It's like, I feel like I've been watching it forever. I think we started it when we moved, before we moved in this apartment. So yeah, it's that, like, it's like every scene I can't help like roll my eyes. The dude fucking falls five. Is this scene where John Wick and this black dude, they fall off, like, it must have been like at least 6 dozen stairs, right? Like 80 stairs. Next scene, they end up in a hotel where it was neutral ground, the Continental, right? Now the black dude's suit looked like he was just pulled off the rack, like custom fitted. Everything was shiny. He had a little like blood spurt here, but the rest of him was just like freshly creamed and shit, and like his eyebrows plucked. What the fuck, dude? Come on. John Wick gets fucking shot a billion times. It was his jacket, and finally he does get shot in the. So he had such a like a sports jacket, like an elegant, semi-elegant like sports jacket, and that was bulletproof. So every time they got him in the back, he like kind of made it, but in the front they get him, like they open the jacket and shoot it. It's like, do you have to be fucking cool during these sequences? You know what I mean? Couldn't you just put a fucking zipper on it so you'd be protected in the front too? No, he had to have the fucking tie-in. Is that work class like Chupacabra, like the fucking worst assassin? And he's like an Armani model, man. Fuck out of Compton, man. Right? And then there's the other 2 assassins. Like in the second one that we're still watching right now. I think we're about halfway through. But like at a certain point they put, spoiler alert, fucking 6 years, they put a bounty on his head, $7 million, right? And then they have a sequence where every fucking like badass looking assassin in the whole Assassin Creed or whatever the fuck that is, right? They get the info. It's a huge bounty, and obviously people getting wind up to go get his ass, right? But there's this chick playing fucking violin in the metro. When she gets the SMS, like literally like an artsy chick with a violin, and she's also secretly an assassin. It's like the stupidest fucking thing ever. And she gets the SMS, and then she gets her fucking like violin thingy. Like it's deadly. She also knows how to kill people with it. It's like, is that the best fucking thing? Like, is that the best way for an assassin? I think it has it been 2 minutes? I already said fuck like 1,000 times. Come on, Google, give me a break. Everybody will be so sensitive, and y'all know y'all invented the virality of porn. Give me a break. All right. And this chick, I can't even think about it. Like, she's in the metro. Do you realize that? She's a world-class paid assassin who earns millions of dollars to take life, and she's an artiste that in her spare time, she's in the metro with like a fucking hat that people throw like quarters in, and she sings. And this stupid look, I think she was Asian, like the fucking the stupid look on this lady's face. I mean the character, not the fucking. I couldn't like. You mean to tell me this this fucking woman? What else does she do? Does she like walk the people's dogs? You know what I mean? Like a Manhattan Park professional dog walker. And then she also like kills people, because she kind of blends these two jobs. She gets the SMS about John Wick, and she kind of like gets her violin like she's ready to rumble. But then John Wick walks into the same fucking like all the assassins. I feel they were like in a 1 mile radius of where John Wick was taking the metro from. Come on, fucker. Right? It's like, really, dude? Like in like 1.5 minutes, he intersects like this sumo dude, and then there was this violin chick, like also like writing a book at the same time or whatever the fuck, right? Beating his ass. It's ridiculous. I wish I seen the whole thing so I can piss on it more thoroughly, but it's the equivalent of Rambo, people. Like, I know the cycles are meant to repeat themselves, and the newer generations won't ever know, back history unless they actively get interested in it, or people make them influencers, right? I love the history ones. But it's sort of like Rambo movies. Like, everything is so meticulously built to be like, here's another example, to be impressive and like tickle the cool factor of every little shot. Like, there's this scene when they get on this metro, and the metro, my girl called it from the future. It's like all sorts of like magnets and shit, and it looks all futuristic with LEDs and shit on the wall. But the network where all the assassins is like a network, and when a bounty is put on the assassin, they come through this network like a central, like they used to have centrale, with the little plug thingies that they have to plug and unplug. And that was the infrastructure of sending out the bounty. So these girls would get the bounty, and then through those plugs, they even had the rotary phones and shit. So you mean to tell me this movie is like, it's supposed to happen in 2016 or whatever, right? And like everything is so high tech, but the network of which this whole assassin like secret enterprise takes place in, it's over like one of those phones that if you turn off your radio a bit higher, you can hear the fucking conversations. Get the fuck out of here. Like, here's what, see what I mean? Like, it's style over substance. That's John Wick 2, at least, because I don't know, you had to give one the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I get it, people. I'm not stupid. It's supposed to be stupid and shit, but I feel it's like, way overrated. Way overrated. Right? And that's coming from a person who can hardly wait to play Cyberpunk featuring also Keanu Reeves. So love Keanu. The movie is dog shit. Right. Let's see what the people say before we go on. And if you haven't seen it, fucking see it. It's on Netflix. All right. Teodora Dico, I don't understand why you stopped doing content in Romanian. I kind of started again. I have a podcast. I know that you wanted to do something a bit bigger, but it looks like you're not doing better. I don't want to offend you. You're not offending me, and it's okay. I realize people are just retuning in or whatever the fuck. So I'm going to make this short because I've told this story at least 3 times since I started again. But basically, I didn't like back then. I was earning no money. All my energy is going in an episode. You don't know, probably. Oh, it's Theodore. Sorry, I called you a girl. Theo, my dude. You don't know what it takes to make that type of episode with sketches and everything on unlimited resources. And eventually some people jumped to help. But I needed like also creative help and somebody to get my back. I just had access to some equipment at a certain point and their expertise, and I will always thank them for it. I learned a lot of things, but I was getting exhausted, earning no money. The fucking agencies that pay all the influencers would never pay me because I was back in 2013 pissing on them, kind of foreseeing what the fuck is going on now. If you go and listen back to all the episodes and all the frustrations, I called it, and it's not like you're supposed to be like this Nostradamus figure to figure it out. I'm just saying I got tired fighting like, windmills, right? I just, and I was like, dude, I developed all the skills. I worked under the wings of people who were so prepared, and I learned so many things that why the fuck am I working for maybe 2,500 Romanian lei, right? Sometimes even asking my parents for help because I can't afford to go to a fucking hospital and fix my tooth. It was good for you, and you perceived it like this some sort of like resemblance of fame. No, like 90% of the influencers and whatever micro influencers, they're living day to day like the rest of the population. So I was like, fuck that. Rather than people not paying me, I went and started my own thing. Doing commercials. I'm doing whatever you need. It's live shit, seminars. I've worked with people from the U.S. who gave me a chance, amongst other people. But since that point, I was able to grow and develop my skills even further. And now I'm comfortably earning a living. But like all of you, when this COVID shit started, I was like fucking on the ropes, right? You know what I mean? And I lost my dad. Then some other things happened when I had to step up. And so whatever, laugh or whatever fucking people, but I always gave you honesty. If you watch me for a long enough time, I give you honesty. So I didn't have time. I was honest about it. This, hopefully one day it'll pick up because I'm yelling some shit that even now in English, like they're just resurfacing, and I'm like, I can't get a break from Facebook, from YouTube, because I maybe have a potty mouth, but I rather say it like this because it's authentic. Because then it's the temptation of tickling your ego, and then that's a slippery slope from that to trying to. It was a very huge effort for me to speak Romanian even as bad as I did back then, and I couldn't even focus on being natural and all that shit. So fuck it, that shit's behind. Maybe I'll try stand up when this whole fucking thing dials down. I'll go in Club Noise Door. I'll see if Theo gives me a fucking open mic night, or he puts his bodyguards on me. But even if I make it, even if I don't on this lane, I have something on my belt. I'm a pretty good professional, and I'm starting to get known in little circles where my work has, speaks for itself. I said I'm gonna share my client work with you guys. Maybe I will. If you guys show enough interest, please leave a comment, and I definitely will show you how to at least perforate this industry. But yeah, so I rather have like something that I grow and fall back on, and have this thing even more natural for me. It's cathartic. I said it from Sort of Chaos episode 1. Like, this is as much as for me as it is for you, if not more. So those days are behind me, the saving the world days, hoping somebody owes me something because I try to say, no, nobody owes you nothing in this life. And if you're younger, go ahead and gather up all your strength and make sure you play your little part in this whole fucking Van Gogh of a fucking reality that is everything is, it can't even fucking discern where the lines are. But for me, I'm still doing my part, believe it or not, even if my fucking shit is only listened by 1,000 people. I'm cool. One day I'll have enough money to also pay somebody to religiously cut these into digestible episodes and make them, and have budget to do cooler shit. I obviously am getting some equipment right now that'll allow me to do shit easier. But up until that point, this is what you get. And to quote a fan that sent me a message once, it's like, I saw those. I'm paraphrasing, but basically, I was very flattered because he said, like, I listened to all that the Michelle shit, and I really thought I liked the show. But following you during the years, I realized that I just like your way of thinking. So it maybe is not as fun but it's like you, and I appreciated that. Like, it is me. So one way or another, if you want to fucking find all that shit, you'll find it here somehow. Sometimes a bit more slurred out because I smoke, but I don't give a fuck, because that's the point, to be loose with y'all. And we're going to talk about drugs, and we're going to talk about sex. And I want to break all these norms that kind of like force you to act like you're in a cult when you're on the other side. And that's saying from a person who tomorrow in a Romanian podcast in Frustrări, I'm going to make an episode that's called In Defense of Colo. În apărarea lui Colo. And I'll say what the fuck I'm going to say then. All right, so I rather have this liberty to speak my mind and not be. Of course, I'll work with brands if I believe in them, and I definitely have working with my clients if you want me. But I'm free, baby. I try to keep afloat, but with a clean conscience, and nobody can fucking touch me. I can still open this fucking mouth and not fear that some stupid ass like cream that fucks your face up. If it doesn't pay me, and I can't say it sucks, right? Until it's too late, right? Well, that wasn't short at all, was it, baby? That was at least fucking 5 minutes. Hey, if I'm the same in sex as I am when talking, if that's short, then I'm good. And I'm not. Hopefully close, though. Let's see what else people have to say. I have a lot of things to talk about, but I'm going to keep it short tonight because I have a lot of work still for clients. What's up, you beautiful monster? Have you had time to watch the Joe Rogan and Alex Jones podcast? Oh, shit. Is there a new one, or is it the old one? Don't fuck with me, kid. Hold on. That dude's crazy. Alex Jones. Come on, dude. Are you sure it's a recent one? Podcast. I suck. JRE. Alex Jones returns. That's from February 2019. Is there a new one? There's no new one, dude. What are you talking about? Yeah, I saw the old one. I don't remember if you saw it recently, whatever. You look like Zuckerberg on drugs. Well, shit. Thanks. Can robots get high? Like, because I don't know about that one. He already looks like he's on drugs, like some sort of like numbing kind of like morphine, like, and that's why people say he looks like a robot. When in truth, it's those hearings where he's bullshitting. He's stepping on eggshells, and he does that with his fucking leukemia boyish looks. So yeah, I guess the difference between on high or not is what is it? $25 billion. um Wick is trash. Did you see Arrested Development? Yes, I did. I recommended it like a couple of podcasts ago for other people. But quiet, não é faz para uma. Well, my friend, I did one last week. It's on the other fucking channel. I said it, guys, help people out. Come on, I can't say this every podcast. I have another channel, Romeo Cialis. I do podcasts there almost every week. I did one last week. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. We have a ball gargler here. Is this dude delusional? All right, man. When you're done sucking Teo's balls, get back to me. All right, we're good. This is cathartic for me, motherfucker. Why don't you get it? Like, it should be a flag for you that it pisses you off so much that something that someone does as a hobby, not even trying. Got to you motherfuckers so deep. Oh, you're still bleeding out of your vaginas. Sticks and stones, motherfucker. Come on. Take a chill pill. If I'm as bad as you say I am, then I'm not worth your energy, motherfucker, or else you're just giving me traffic. I wish you saw my fucking clips when you were younger. I kept saying the same thing, and whatever. What do you think about Cyberpunk 2077? Oh, I'm gonna say goodbye to my girlfriend for a few weeks when that game comes out. Oh, and it's also like, Christmas and shit. Oh, it's gonna be a lonely Christmas for my girl. She's giving me the looks. Guys, you know why the podcast looks like this tonight? Because I bought this. I was too like I bought this gimbal, like the Ronin S. A lot of you know about it who are in the industry, and it's the shit. Besides being able to stabilize while running and doing all sorts of camera movements, I also bought a follow focus that it's remote control, so my man Paul can hold the camera and do as I direct while I pull focus on the cinema camera. And besides that, this thing also allows you to put it on a tripod and control it remotely, which is what I'll try to attempt to do now. Baby, if I end up showing you in your pajamas, don't hate. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It's okay. You have lovely legs. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Virtual joystick. Look, I'll even think it through, all right? I'm there. Like, it's there. I'm here. So if I press left now, it will see you. So I'll press right. See, and now it goes out of frame. But now I got to bring it back, and I hope I don't have, like, a loose finger. Oh, baby pajama. Is this how my audience will get to meet you? Here we go. Let's go all the way. No. All right. She was stripping for a second there. Baby, I keep wanting to introduce my girlfriend because we have a lot of fun together, and I'm sure you guys would laugh at me trying to piss her off and her pissing me off with her little jokes. We have a laugh. So tomorrow, Paul is going to join finally because last week he couldn't. He'll join me here to catch up with him. You guys can get a chance to say hello if you miss him. And next week, then you get to meet my girl if the world doesn't end. More questions. Dow Jones. What are we talking? Stock market? Dude, the Rambo comparison is on point. I agree with you that there's a big problem with the story and with the arc of the characters. Just like you said, flicks made for money, not for the art of cinema. Couldn't agree more, my dude. Couldn't agree more. Now, is it fun? is it fun to like smoke a joint and have your friends over and like admire all that shit and be like, I could pull that off, dude. I could pull that off. And people throwing popcorn at that guy. Like, that's fun. So I get it, but it's definitely stupid. I wouldn't even say cinematic. I think that word is used too easily nowadays. It's cinematic the way it looks, but also what makes it cinematic worthy is the story that ties it all together. And if that's just a bunch of Lego bricks put together on different colors, then has no flow or like overall arching hit, it's forgettable. In 20 years, John Wick is going to be Rambo, and new kids will be like, I don't know, Bionic Joe, because then it'll be bionics and shit. And they won't see it in the cinema. They'll see it in their fucking eyes in VR glasses sitting on the couch, but they're in the cinema. And they can also hack it to have like a porn star in their lap while they see it in case they get bored. The future is amazing, baby. I know it's a horrible world out there, and girls are mistreated and all this shit. Also, it's hard for men who try to keep it honest and not be pieces of shit, but nobody says nothing about that. But it's okay. But girls, in 20 years, like, you don't even know. I know you tried VR once, and like, no, it's over. It's over. It's like, it's over. Like, you better be like, you think porn is bad, that your guy jerks off in the sink and you know he doesn't have any more cum in his balls. He doesn't allow it to build up because he's stressed and he's tired and he doesn't dare to fuck you the way he wants to. Or maybe he already fucked you in all the ways and now it's about numbers because he can't get validated. Whatever the case, you thought, maybe it was hard to maybe get the fun started before. These girls in 20 years, they're fucked. Or not fucked, to be more precise. It's going to be hard. Very hard. That's why, ladies, after you have your share of fun and pseudo loves and cheating and all that complex love yourself, hate yourself, hit yourself against the walls to see where you stand type of thing, that's why you don't marry the guy who fucks good that you gotta like seduce all the time. If you want to get complacent, if you're the shit, you marry that dude because he'll keep you in check. If you keep him, how should I say, in the vicinity of yourself, right? And him wanting to be there. But if that's not the case, get the guy from high school who like wanted to like, because that guy will have sex. Like, doesn't matter. He never got it, so it's his little thing. The problem is you won't want it. That's the way it goes. It can be. One of them has to be a little more or a little less or a little busy or whatever the fuck, right? And it can switch, and you have to be understanding about that shit. But if you don't want to put in the work of keeping the flame alive, just marry that dude. You'll have sex. It won't be great sex. You know what I mean? But from a certain point, let's face it, you're fucking knocking yourself out after he comes anyway. Like, at least 60% of the times. And sometimes you don't even try to hide it because, he gets what he wants. You'll get a puppy. That's what I'm saying. Get a puppy, but don't be disappointed when that dude doesn't show up in other categories of life. Oh, Jesus. All right. Keep up the great work. Thank you, bud. Yeah, that's why it's called high tech, right? All right. What else did I want to talk to you people about? Let's see some of the shit I saved in my cell phone, right? Let's see some of that shit, because I can't remember, and I'm too relaxed to make an effort. All right, so no porn, no porn, no porn, no porn, no porn, no porn, no porn. Uh, don't you hate when that happens? When you just don't even jerk off, you just like haven't jerked off in a few days, and maybe you don't have time to get close to your girl. You just open a little porn when you're on the toilet. You know what I mean? You finish, you wipe, you just sit a little bit and just kind of like, because it's like a drug. It is a drug, right? Like for a while, you forget and then you like it the same. It's incredible, right? Sex. Like any other need, right? And then you forget, you just watch it a little bit like, oh shit, that's right. I can't wait if I can fuck my girl or whatever. You're single to like go out there and rip it off, right? But then you forget to fucking close that shit. And then you go right back in the office or whatever the fuck you were and you, oh, I can search for that, you know, and you open your browser and there's like full on 2 dicks. And it's like, oh shit. That happened to me quite a few times. I think I should have learned by now. Ever happened to you, baby? It happened to me where people saw. You know what I mean? Because it happened way more times if I take into account the times where I opened it, but then I quickly closed it. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see. What have I been up to? Shit for this show. Let me put this on the screen here. Oh, here we go. It's not as fancy as the other like lens and shit, but next time it'll look pretty. I saw this. It says having depression and anxiety at the same time is wild because I'm comfortable with death, but the idea of disagreeing with a coworker fills me with a paralyzing fear. Now, before I make fun of this, I want to say I was like this, and the answer is weed. No, I'm not kidding. The answer is you're just afraid to take on life, man. And he seems like a young kid, this Kyle dude. Come on, Kyle. You know what I mean? And it's obviously got like 100,000 likes by now, I guess. It's because you don't really fear, like you're not like I don't fear death. I'm comfortable with death. No, you're not. You're comfortable. You're desensitized to death. That's one idea of it. And I'm not saying you can't deal with depression and consider ending your days, or you've even been hit by a period like that. I don't know you, dude. But in like 99% of the cases, like, why? I never got that. That's how I pulled myself out of it before I discovered you could talk to people and fill their heads with negative energy and you pay them and then you're cool. Before I found out like that, I was like, if I'm going to end my fucking days, we talked about suicide last week too, but if I'm going to end my days, like I'm so scared of, why am I still doing this corporate job? Why am I stuck? Okay, I'm stuck. For now, I'm fucking stuck. I'm stuck in this shit and I hate it. And it's okay. Am I building towards getting out of that shit? You know what I mean? What is it? 500 euros your salary and it's shit and you're barely getting by. Put something aside. 50 lei. Like $20 or something. And you'd be like, when I get $1,000, I go buy a camera. When I get $1,000, I go take this course. When I get $1,000, I'll go on that trip that I never get to go on because I keep blowing it off and I don't feel worthy. It might be bare bones, but I'll go see Mount Kilimanjaro. Maybe it'll inspire me to get me off. Like either find a new job that I can be proud of and trying to like be invincible there, or maybe pull out of the slump, see what I'm missing. Like whatever. Are you doing something to get the fuck out of that shit? You're not, are you? You're not. I didn't either, because up until 25, I was lost. And there's no shame in admitting that. I know you can have a little, and I wasn't the most, I'm sure there were people more in balance, but you're never in balance. You know what I mean? That the point is not achieving balance. The point is plowing ahead. It's hard to conceive for some. It still is for me. But yeah. There's never going to be balance. Balance is a picture in time, right? Like love and all that shit is sold to us. That's but a moment captured in time. and then it fluctuates. You got to give yourself a challenge or else you'll be depressed. And if you think it was easy switching to whatever the fuck English and then getting my shit, not to mention how I started, right? But even switching and taking it from zero. And I know back then I was on the verge of blowing up because it was 2015. People were getting kind of starved for new content and they were doing the same shit back then too. And I just didn't want to. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, "Is this make you happy?" And the answer was definitely no. Then go get happy, motherfucker. Go get happy. And I did. And it's still shit sometimes because you gotta have more, but I'm also at peace. I'm not, if I'm running towards a goal now because I already kind of pierced the rocks and now I can kind of see water. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's bullshit. You're not. You're just out of a purpose. And I'm not saying your life is easy, Kyle, that you'll never see this fucking episode, but I'm not saying your life is easy. I'm saying it sounds so childish and entitled to be like, yeah, why can't you say disagree with the coworker? If you disagree, you must have a point. And if you have a point, you must have enough self-respect for yourself to argue that point. And I give this advice to women all the time. It's a lot of it, the reason you're earning 80 cents to a dollar, besides the fact that some jobs are strictly paid more because they're more high risk and women don't do it willingly, fireman, surgeon, whatever the fuck. Besides that, another big part of it, and my girlfriend is a manager in a recruitment company, an HR company, right? And she can vouch for what the fuck I'm saying now. A lot of it is women not knowing how to negotiate for themselves, not knowing their worth. And it has to do with men too. And if I get it, I was paralyzed when approaching ladies when I was younger. You know, like you don't know. Then a coworker, you don't want to offend anybody. You don't want to. There's all that culture of everybody's taking. Don't be afraid to disagree. Just think of it like I do. Like if I died tomorrow, will this be supposed to be flashes and whatever the fuck? Would this, whatever the fuck this is, will this be in my top 10 slides? You know what I mean? Before I exhale my last breath? No, it fucking won't. Then why am I getting so beat up about it? Do your best to change your situation. That's the best advice I can say. Person who wasn't asking. That's the best thing I can say. All right, that was just one picture. N-am prins începutul podcastului, dar John Wick e mișto. See, I feel more comfortable in English, even if a lot of, like I said in one of the Romanian episodes, if one kid finds this in fucking 50 years and I cause just one smirk, then I live forever. I live forever. You know? No, dude, John Wick sucks. It blows, dude. It's okay. Vladut's breach, maybe you're younger. That's cool. What was I thought? Batman was the coolest shit up until I grew, right? And I caught the generation where they still took the time to imprint the nipples in the suit. Like, why the fuck that even happened? I don't know, but I get it. You were not exposed. I'm not here to judge you, but you're wrong. You know what other movie is so stupid? Jumanji. However, there is an adult version called Jumanji. It was supposed to be like I don't get it. I'm too stupid. What else? Oh yeah, I saw this picture. Hold on. So I saw this picture. It's like Gush, a new addictive time killer. Oh shit! And I was offered like a little gig to make a clip. You know, I had my rant over Coin Master a few podcasts ago. How I hate the concept of like serotonin. I know we all get our serotonin from wherever the fuck we can, but those free to play games, they're just designed to make you be addicted to them, and then like a small percentage of you waste huge money on whatever the fuck, and that's kids are so vulnerable to that shit. In my country, Romania, and there's not even begin to be talk about that yet. Like I said, we're 3 years behind. But I got approached to do one of those videos, like Terry Crews and all that shit, and then that's my style of humor. I definitely could pull that off, but I refused it. And let there not be said that in years and years, well, where I will be somewhere, as long as I'm happy, right? Let there not be said that I didn't do my part in refusing, like pretty heavy money to not do shit. Okay, let it not be said. All right, I wanted to brag about how cool I am. Gosh, a new addictive time killer. They're not even fucking trying to. They're not even trying to hide it. Like a new addictive time killer. Why the fuck? Why the fuck would I want a new addictive? It says in the name. Like, you're going to get addicted to this, dude. And if it's like, it looks like a fucking Tetris game. What am I think is going to be this? Like, it's addictive because the story is so good, or it teaches me shit addictive? No. It's a fucking piece of shit that'll waste my time. I wonder what else it says after addictive. Oh shit, time killer. They admit that too. Like, you want to waste your life, dude? Gosh, a new addictive time killer. Go fuck yourself. Go be hypnotized, motherfucker. Never take a shit without your cell phone because you have a panic attack. Come on, people. It's okay if you write in Romanian, Vladuț. It's just that I also have like 1,000, like according to my Google Analytics, people from the US, and it will be rude for them to read it, and then you're forcing me to translate it live, and I barely read good as it is. I would appreciate it if you wrote in English, and you can write to me in Romanian tomorrow night. All right. Screw Gush. Screw them by fucking them. Fuck them. All right. Oh, I'm going to talk about this in Romanian. I have a mix. I don't have a Romanian podcast, so I have a lot of... but this is like... I come from a family that makes... like, my family had a small... And my mom still has it. A business making jams and marmalade, so I was grown... and taught to kind of appreciate industry and local industry and all this shit and how much it helps the economy. And now these fuckers, they had a rule before in my country and in a lot of other countries for a certain percentage, at least even from the multinational companies, like Mega Image, which is German, right? They had like law obligation to have at least 40%, I think, of the products in the shelves be local producers, and thus they couldn't like bring a jar of whatever the fuck from whatever they outsource it, right? Like Bulgaria of peas with 2 lei, where the operating cost of making it here and kind of healthy is 4 lei. You know what I mean? And we had that law up until now with the COVID. This is what these fuckers do, dude. They like take advantage of anything that's chaotic, and they fuck you from behind. And they did. They was voted. Now they don't. Romania denounced that. So basically, Mega Image now can bring 100% of their products from Germany or whatever they ordered them from with their logo. And then you complain that your economy is going to shit, and then all these businesses that can't compete, right, with shit brought from China or whatever the fuck, they go into bankruptcy. Now you only have corporations. The few companies who manage to kind of make it, I'm talking about all industries, and some of those, they're bought by corporations at a certain point to not be competitors. So it's pathetic, and people, I know it's not the vlogger way to talk about these things, but I care about them. I think we should all do. Oh well, sometimes you gotta let the world burn, I guess. What the fuck can you do? Fairy Romania with the stupidest fucking like commercial I ever saw. Like, what even is this? Like, it's a square. Let's look at this. Man, I would rather you ask me in English. Doesn't matter if it's shitty English. I won't make fun of you. My English is also shitty. I know I can pronounce it well, but if you make me write it without autocorrect, I go to fucking hell. So write it in English, make an effort. It might help you. Who knows? Right? Write it in English. I'll try to decipher it. It will be fun. Come on. Anyway, fairy. I don't understand this. Like, it's like you put fairy on the sponge, then you put the sponge on the plate, then the plate is clean. And it was the marketing team back then, and they're like, it's not complete. Hey, what else sells? Sex sells. Cool. Add another square. Like, what the fuck is this, Fairy Romania? What the fuck is you just like added that extra square with the guy? What is he doing? Is he helping her wash the dishes from behind? Does he have a Woody? Her hand looks like it's reaching behind herself in between her body and his body. So, friends, it kind of looks to me like she's taking his dick and putting it in her vajayjays. All right, what the fuck is this, Fairy? Like, could someone tweet this at Fairy or some shit? It's retarded. Jocurile bucătărie. Yeah, there's a little bit of cum in your pudding. Don't fret. It's just jocurile bucătărie. Like, can you stop touching dick when you wash the dishes and then you serve the plates to your fucking people who come over your house? I mean, if you're gonna do it, admit to yourself that you're gross and just put the dick on the plate, put it, and then that's your secret to die with. But as it is, this is the stupidest commercial ever. This is what I'm talking about. Romanian, like, fuck it. I'm opening my own advertising agency, guys. It was bound to happen. I'm opening it. I'm sorry. This is stupid. And if what money I'll make with that, I'll try to piss on things like this. What is this? Why? Why is he washing the dishes while she's giving him a tug job? Okay, then can I ask? Vladuț Bridge says, "All right, Ivan. Can I ask you what do you think that John Wick is stupid? I'm really curious about your opinion." Vlad, you gotta watch the podcast from the beginning because I spent like 15 minutes trying to argue why it's stupid. Go watch it, or when this ends, if you still want to watch it live, click back and watch it. I answered this question, and I'm not wasting any more of the people's time until I at least see the end of the movie, but the second one. But yeah. Also he says, also, the first pick of fairy commercial looks like some sort of harassment. I know, right? It's a fucking like... If you look for a graphic designer, I can send you my CV. Not right now, dude, but I might. Because sometimes I outsource it for my clients if they need it, right? And it completes my work. the.romercial@gmail.com, like .com. Send me a CV, dude, and the phone number. I might call you if I need your help. But anyway, back to the point. If I was fairy, I would put some cum on the plate on the final square, right? Like definitely like dick grease. Does it take out dick grease, fairy? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Stupid ass fucking fairy. All right, screw these guys. I wish, you know what I would do by law, dude? By law, I would fucking obligate all these multinationals to have, like, you see this post by Ferry where it says sponsored, underneath it supposed to be the people who made it, like their agency. So you know there's somebody who shits, because clients sometimes, I know I piss a lot on advertisement, and sometimes clients are misguided. I should know. My dad was old school, and all he did, he was an engineer. He cared about all that shit, and a lot of bullshit salesmen came by his door, and he knew how to read people, but he didn't always know that some things might help. That's where I try to, like, if it's more of a new thing, like internet, can we promote this? I try to help with that. He just was of a different generation. Sometimes clients are stupid, and they hire people who say everything is cool. So sometimes they approach these fucking ad agencies. They pay somebody from that ad agency to sell something like you don't understand this. This is gonna go viral. They make these stupid ass. It's cheap. And then the boss shows it in his company. All those yes men fucking say, "Cool, yes, boss, you found the coolest agency." You end up with shit like this. So it's like, it's pathetic. Sometimes it's not the client's fault. Sometimes it's the agency, and I would fucking oblige them to show me who made this commercial. It's bad. Oh, I hate the actor who played it. Fuck the actor. Tell me who thought of it. Tell me who put the camera and thought, let's zoom in on her tits, because that will get the point across. Like, I want to meet that fucking dude. I want to have a few words to say to him. It's all smoke and mirrors, people. Come on. What else? Oh, yeah. First of all, I think I know this person from somewhere. I don't know where the fuck from. He looks like a Romanian dude I know from somewhere. But I got this commercial. When are you going to talk about drugs? I don't know. Soon, I guess. I wanted to make it a series, like where I turn off the camera and whatever the fuck. But I also wanted to make a series where I take the drug and I take it live, and I talk to you about the experience until the police knocks on my door here in Amsterdam. Right? Because at least I get to walk you through. I'm good at maybe dissecting little feelings I have and explaining it to people. I walked a lot of people through handling their drugs. And I don't mean this is a drug. This is nicotine and whatever. I mean drugs, right? It'll be interesting. I wanted to make it higher produced, a guest. There's no budget. All you get is the podcast. I'll try to do it in the podcast. I'm sure I'll have to repeat it 1,000 times before it reaches anybody who might have a chance to help. But look at this fucking one. Let's see what it says. You want to have your jawline perfect. I don't know. Why? Does it have to be perfect? Just grow a beard like Teo Haha. Who knows what fucking, like, under by the he hides under there. But he's a smart man. He shaved all this shit off because he saw there was no sense. He had a beard. There's more to looks and more to life than looks. I wanted to say, you dumb fuck, right? That being said, looks are important. Why the fuck would you want to, like, first of all, this is clearly photoshopped. Like, clearly, like the way his fucking teeth are all stretched in the second one. Come on. Look at those square teeth. They look like Lego pieces. Those are clearly added in Photoshop. They don't even have the same contrast as the rest of his face. So they just kind of stretched his original mouth and added some teeth in there. See, his lips are even more like pale in the second one. So that's an obvious Photoshop. And what is this jaw liner? Like, get a new look, faster and easier training with jaw liner, your muscular group, facial muscular group that makes you look attractive. Have a little confidence, motherfucker. Have something to be confident about. Then you don't need the jaw liner. You know what the original jaw liner was, man? Eating ass. That was the original jaw liner, because you fuckers know. I'm talking to the guys now. And maybe some of you have long tongues. I got a short ass fucking tongue. I got to get up in there to create some sort of something. So, at a certain point, this jaw hurts and there's nothing being, you ever have like a crucell, you know what I mean? Like a spasm, where your throat got blocked because you were trying to grasp like your girl's whole pussy up. It happens to me like, you start John Wicking yourself in the fucking throat. She's like, "Are you okay down there?" Everything is fine. You pull your eyes up. It's all good, baby. Your jaw is fucking falling apart. That's the original jaw liner. Fuck this. This is an app. Why are people so stupid? All right. Jim Jeffries. Now, Jim Jeffries is a comedian. For those of you who don't know him, I suggest you find his work. I also referenced him and stole maybe some things when I was starting out. I didn't mean to. He says, "Oh, this is regarding the American person. We're starting this. Oh shit, it's depressing what's going on in America, and I have American friends, and I wish them well. I really do, but it's crazy. This is an argument, and I saw this posted on Facebook from a Romanian friend of mine too. Let me read Jim Jeffries' one. Okay, this is the only response I'll do to this post, and I'm trying not to pick on you, but you ask the question. Of course, all lives matter. This is like, ooh, Black lives matter, all lives matter. Most rational people think that, but not all lives are having problems right now. Black people have been persecuted against for a very long time, and they fight against, and they fight continues to today. So that's why I can't keep the fucking line. Hold on. So that's why all that's why we all need to say that their lives matter right now. People saying all lives matter minimizes black people's fight. Understand that the problems aren't an attack on your life, but them just wanting equality. Joining their fight will bring us closer together, not further apart. When aliens come down and try to kill us all, I'd agree we will need an all lives matter movement. But until then, let's listen and change. I thought that was very deep of Jim Jeffries. It was very cool of him, and he's right. I was getting this when I was talking a few years ago about the gay parade, and my buddies were like, "Oh, why isn't there a straight parade?" Well, there's not a straight parade because if you fucking look in a girl's cleavage, nobody they expect you to, right? Have a man look at your balls for a fucking more than a second, you will have a problem. Like, you want some of this, buddy? What the fuck's your problem? You hadn't have, you want blue eyes, like purple fucking, like, what's wrong with you? And that's just a little analogy of what those people went through, right? Now, do some of them take advantage? Of course. We're all people, and a lot of us are shit, or we're shit at certain points in our lives, right? Until we grow. So, yes, but they have been persecuted. So that's why, of course, all lives matter. And I kind of feel bad for Latino people because I feel like they're close second in being discriminated. Says me, right? The guy living in Romania, but at least from culture and what I follow in America, they seem almost equally, judged, especially in certain parts of the country. And now they kind of have to lay low and shut the fuck up. And of course, they joined the movement, but it is a bit cringy. I agree. Obviously, I agree with Jim Jeffries. Otherwise, I wouldn't be bringing this up. But it is a bit cringeworthy when you know the dude has also been punched in the head by some frustrated white cop in the past, like a Mexican dude or whatever. And people are correcting people like, Black lives matter. All lives fucking matter. No, just Black lives matter. Like, whoa, shit. I don't know. Say nothing about me. Like, I'm waiting until they kill the Mexican dude because this is not the time or the place. I'm not trying to make light of the situation. But I'm saying, of course, the underfranchised and underrepresented will always they should have the parade, or they should have the people behind them. Because if you don't get behind the people who are most disenfranchised, dude, what the fuck? Why? Well, what is it? What even is the point? Then all your bullshit posts are for nothing. So, like Jim says, and also that Romanian friend of mine, if you're watching, dude, let's. It's silly. You say why yeah, it matters, but don't tell me you had the same possibilities as a gypsy from Satuku Kukuieti de Sus. Don't tell me he had your possibilities. Don't. And you can't relate to police brutality because we don't have guns and shit, and you didn't see no one executed or that shit. And even that's chills up your spine, right? So in Romania, we're fucking delusional, and even the people, some of them who do post, like I see all these. I know personally people like we're fucking in the circles. I even mentioned this in my Romanian shows. Like they're like poor black people in America. And then he fucking walks on the street like, fucking gypsy. Like, I thought, what happened to, like, you're missing the point. It's not, you like hip hop songs, so you're for them, but like gypsies, like, they're disenfranchised, right? I'm wary when I'm in a gypsy neighborhood because I don't have possibilities, but I truly believe if there was a white neighborhood where it's just rich people and then the poorest white neighborhood, you'd be in danger then too. They don't have the possibility of getting out of that. So yeah, it's like, shut the fuck up for a second. We get it. And I get it. Like the fucking ladies complain, like, be a lady. They said, yeah, you get that clip. I get to like bitch about that clip because it's freedom of speech. And then I get to bitch about it because I'm living in a country where I think we're the only one in Europe who women surpasses as salaries than men. So what the and I try to live my most life. I was fucked out of a job by a big-titted woman. Like, what the fuck? Like, I get to complain, right? Disenfranchised, not that men and women. I mean, like, when it comes to black people or whatever. At the moment, Black Lives Matter, right? If some sort of, I don't know, some sort of secret society of some sort of people put out some sort of thing that kills only white people, and you see fucking thousands of white people dying, when, then you'd be like, oh shit, white lives matter. Because at that point they will, if just white people are dropping dead. I made my point. All right. Let's see what the people say. Shrooms. I did try. Oh shit! I did try. I did in Amsterdam. It was fun. I don't want to go into it because I'll talk for a whole podcast. Every drug needs a podcast. All right, just like the sex parts, anal needs a podcast, and everything that's related to it. And some things might intersect, but just give me a podcast. Vladut says, you playing anything? What do you think about Colo? I'm going to talk about Colo in the Romanian one tomorrow, man. You playing anything? I am playing Deus Ex Human Revolution at the moment. It gets me hyped up for Cyberpunk, and it's also like, it's the Deus Ex series. It's always been thoughtful, and it's very, predictive of what the future probably will be. It's very well grounded. The action of the movie happens in Prague, which is an interesting setting to start with, but a futuristic Prague, not too futuristic. We're talking like 25 years in the future or something like that. But it's very cool, or maybe not even that. But it's very cool and grounded, and I definitely recommend it, at least for the story. All right, what else? I don't even know how long. Oh shit. Okay, we'll end soon. Oh shit, yeah, in America, right? With the protests, you guys see this shit? It was this chick. All right. Oh, I had so many things to talk about. We're running out of time. All right, it's the same chick, right? So this chick, there was a video, but I didn't record it. Like, this chick just got out of a fucking Mercedes Benz, took the drill out of this person who actually was doing the work, like she was helping out. It's a video. It's hilarious. The guy takes the picture. Her friend. This is her fucking Mercedes, or whatever the fuck it is. It's like a Jeep. And instantly, then she goes in the car and drives away. It's hilarious. It's like shameless, dude. Shameless. Not even trying. Jesus. But okay, TikTok. This is what I say. I know TikTok is blowing up, and like all things, when Instagram came along, everybody like rolled their eyes. When Facebook came along, everybody rolled their eyes. Now everybody's on Facebook expressing their opinions and all that shit. TikTok is new. People fucking made fun of it. Now everybody's doing, it's shitty, right? New platform. Let's get up in that bitch. All right. Everybody goes to TikTok. Dude, TikTok is 100%. It's 100% owned by ByteDance, which is a Chinese company, dude. You guys can't see this, all right, because it's not a full screen picture, but yeah, it's called ByteDance, and it's all owned 100%. I knew this, but I had to double check. 100% by China. They listen to everything, dude. I know you ain't got anything more to hide because all your dick pics are fucking floating around. No one cares, right? But dude, you're giving them everything, and we know the Chinese lie and all that shit. I'm talking the current government. No judge against the race. Judge against the government. We know they're like misinforming people. Do you think they're not gathering up your shit, dog? Come on, people. You can do better than TikTok. Not because of the content. You make another silly fucking network that kids get to fuck around on. That's cool. Owned by Chinese people, and we fell for that. I think they started the classic way with influencers being paid, and then a few kids joined, and now it's the whole thing. Chinese fucking... fuck, dude. Are you practicing any sport? Dude, I was a basketball player. Hold on, I'll show you. Can I still find this fucking video? Oh, I'm gonna get demonetized. More than you already are. I can't. I wanted to show you a video of me shooting. I have it on my personal account, but yeah, I played basketball for like when I was a kid for the clubs, and then for the university in England too. It was super fun, and it gave me a lot of confidence, and and also like made me know my body in a way that even if I know I'm getting a little bit chubby, I always know how to bounce back. And I had something like, definitely if you have kids, I think you gotta have them do sports at a certain point, boy or girl, doesn't matter. It teaches people this discipline. I hear that didn't stick to me. Right? It's the shit. What else? Okay, this is about Colo, which I kind of defended last Romanian podcast. Not defending him personally. I'm going to repeat the same thoughts tomorrow, but this motherfucker can't be helped. Like this motherfucker. But we'll talk tomorrow. All right. I want to give this to the girl who does my girl's pussy. I'm going to give this to the lady who handles my girl's snatch, who makes it presentable, because I made it very clear, and I know the girl. I made it very clear. And she's against it. She's like, no, it's like hygienic. Like fucking a strain of hair won't fucking hurt anybody. Leave that on my girl, because I'll murder you. She's a friend. I'll fucking murder you. Leave it there. And she fucking like, she cut off like a little one in the middle, like, are you blind? How could you split the line in two? Like that you either like would have shaven it off or not at all. I can't believe it. I think she did that just to spite me. So I'm gonna buy it this shit. Look at this shit. I'll make it put it on and like wax around that. Oh wait, that was my girl's anger. Like I can feel the flames. Bizu, baby. Oh, give me a little kiss. Come on, just one. Whatever. Next slide. Mark says, I have a good mood. I want to talk about the American. Okay. Oh shit. You saw this dude? So this dude was caught by the police and he escaped. And he fucking look. Oh shit. He got away and that cop was fucking hitting his car like he had a chance to stop it. Oh my god, that's such a fucking power move. Like fuck all of y'all, I'm out of here, you dizzy fucks. They were even paying attention. Wow, that was like a movie transition. Hold on, like the truck passes and it's already zoomed in and he's already off the ground. That's like a magic trick right there. Check it out. And he's where? That's a new car and he's on his way. What's up? Get the fuck out of here. Good on you, brother. I hope, baby, and as long as he didn't murder no one or whatever, right? Fuck him. This Black Lives I really liked. Like, baby, this is, I don't know if you saw this on Reddit, but this is like This is actual written on the street, so you can find like a street level picture where this is just painted, and this is the drone view. I thought it was very cool. You can still be nice to cops, and there will be a cop who doesn't value. Oh yeah. Well, this is all okay. This is just so this is this owner of this restaurant, this black gentleman, and he got shot and killed, and then it came out by cops, of course. Of course, we can argue about that too, but he got shot, and this turns out this gentleman was actually feeding police for free every time they stopped his barbecue joint and whatever, and it was just a depressing fucking thing to see. Rest in peace, sir. You're one of the good ones. If you're gonna protest, I found this interesting. I was like, this is the way to protest. I'm cautiously peaceful. Stop laughing, baby. That's what I mean. You have to be cautiously peaceful. This is what I call cautiously peaceful. It's wearing a fucking bat and with like a peace sign, right? That's what it's about. Oh shit. So here's the deal, guys. My girl, she got us these new slippers, and I had to go. We were away this weekend, and I had to use my inside slippers for the outside. And she happened to buy like 4 numbers higher than her leg, than her foot size. So they happened to fit me. So she was really like, I thought she was joking, but she was like, hella, I don't know, just PMS. Not even, like, she wasn't even that. She was just like, she lost her shit. Like, and you always take my slippers. Like, are you for real right now? So she's like, yeah. I'm like, you want me to take them off? She's like, yeah. So I took them off, and I used my studio Scotch tape, and you take your feet out of them. I'm like, cool, I can do that. So I took my Scotch tape, and I taped the outside sole, like that puts on the. I taped it to my feet, and now, baby, were my feet out of the slippers or weren't they? So I never gave them back. I just wore them for the rest of the night with Scotch tape. That's the kind of fucking psychological fuckery I do. What do you do? All right. Is that even real weed? Listen, dog, when we get to weed, I know it seems so trivial, but I microdose. Like, it's mostly a cigarette and this like thin little layer. Sometimes that's why I say I never go full on. That's not what it's about with me. So I try to, especially now that I got a treadmill, like a elliptical windmill, whatever type of thingy. Now I'm back to like I lost a couple of kilograms. I'm in a good mood, and now I do such a way. So at night I have a little bit of just thinly laced with weed joint, and I enjoy my night. And when I say 1, I mean like 4. It all cumulatively ends up being a full joint by the end of the night anyway. Like, it was just weed, but it's spread out with nicotine. That's why I always say, like, I'm not addicted to weed that much. I just weed. It's not about, even in Amsterdam, right? I'll smoke one just with weed, but for me, I'm addicted to that nicotine, boy. That white pimp. I'm his bitch, right? Oh, I want to make that song. I want to make that cover. Yeah. So, yeah, it is. Dude, you're fucking stoned. I was pretty coherent today, dude. But thanks for tuning back in with us here at Romercial. I wish Paul was here. Oh, Paul will be here tomorrow night, too, to talk about this colo business. Now, I don't want to force him to do anything. The idea first was to do it like in the screen, but let's face it, I gotta find a better solution to Skype with people because I had a few invites and was pretty uncomfortable through the bare bones I have yet. So, but it was supposed to be like that, but we postponed it for so long that now it's kind of like he's been careful, I've been careful. He can come in the studio. He lives like 2 kilometers or whatever, 3 away. He can come. Hopefully he'll join us live tomorrow. 1 hour and 30 minutes. All right, cool. Euro style. Yeah, this is more of the UK type of way of smoking it. It's bullshit for our lungs, but it's more, you can be a functioning chill person with it, and it's easy to go overboard, but we'll approach that subject when the time comes, whenever that fucking time comes. I always say that. Anyway, dude. That was the podcast for tonight. Thank you for joining me. We're under 10 listeners anyway, so I always end it when it's under 10, or even 20. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you guys had a laugh with me. It was fun for me. My girl kisses you guys and gals good night. And John Wick blows ass. Thank you for joining me. Peace. I don't know where the fucking button is. There it is. That was a good one, baby.